Hey everybody, I'm going to take a few minutes here to explain what you need to do to complete this assignment on EssayBasics. So the first thing you'll want to do is make sure that you have gone over the material in the week 1 module, specifically thesis statements, and then the material that was here in the week 2 module. Alright, all of that information is going to help you complete this assignment. Second thing is, you'll be completing this assignment in a Word document. Once again, I have attached a Word document to these instructions that you can open up, save to your computer or flash drive, and fill in the answers, save it, and submit it. You can also create your own Word document. If you need to do it in a PDF or use Google Docs, that's fine. You have all the questions, here underneath the video as well. But if you're able to use that document I've provided, it just makes it a little easier for you. Okay. So this assignment is going to kind of review all of the material we've gone through in week 1 and week 2, all the basic elements of essays. So intros, thesis statements, body paragraphs, concluding paragraphs, right? So it's broken up into parts. Okay, so I'm going to go through each part and let you know what you need to do for each one. So part 1 is working with thesis statements, and the idea is to see if you can choose out of a pair which thesis statement is the most effective, right? So you'll see question 1, there's A and B. So for question 1, A, that option says, there is no question that cell phones have changed our lives in a very big way. Okay. Option B says, while cell phones provide freedom and mobility, they can also become a leash, compelling users to answer them anywhere and at any time. So what you want to do is you want to figure out of those two options, A and B, which one would make the best thesis statement. Which one is the most effective thesis statement? And you can either underline or highlight your answer, right? You're going to do the same thing for the other 4 pairs. So there's 5 pairs total, okay? Part 2 is continuing to work with thesis statements, but now we're going to be a little more hands-on about it. So you are actually going to create a thesis statement using some information that I've provided for you along the way. And I've given you an example here in this box. So the example, you're given a topic. You have won the lottery and choose to travel anywhere in the world. Write about one place you would like to visit and explain why you'd like to travel there. That was the topic. And then you're given 3 supporting ideas. 1, I would travel to France because I love French food. 2, Paris is the most beautiful city, one of the most beautiful cities in the world, and I would like to see it. And 3, I would like to practice my French and become more fluent. So it's answering the question that was in the topic. If I won the lottery and could travel anywhere, I would choose France, and these are the 3 reasons why. Your job is to take the main information from the topic and the important ideas from the 3 supporting sentences and create a thesis statement. So for this example, given that topic about winning the lottery and where would you go, and those 3 supporting ideas about France, we would create a thesis statement like the one in the example. If I won the lottery and could travel anywhere in the world, I would travel to France because I love French food, I want to see Paris, and I would like to become more fluent in French. So it took the question that was there in the topic, and it took the main ideas, not the whole sentence from each supporting idea, just the main ideas, and created one single grammatically correct thesis statement. You are going to do that same thing for the 2 topics that you're given. The first topic in question 1 is that topic is saying education is important to have. And then there's 3 supporting ideas for that topic. It could enable one to get a better paying job, it makes a person a more interesting individual, and it makes a person a more informed citizen. So you are now going to create the thesis statement for that topic and supports. Right? And again, just do your best. Remember, you're not taking every single word. You're just taking the main ideas, and you want one single grammatically correct thesis statement, right? One sentence. The second topic that you're given is bowling is a sport for everyone. The supports are, it is not limited to any age group, it can be played anytime, and it does not require any expensive equipment. So you're going to take that topic, the main ideas from the supports, and create one single grammatically correct thesis statement. Right? Give it your best shot. Use the example above to help you figure out how to go about creating those thesis statements. Right? You are not coming up with the ideas of your own. You're only using the topic and supports that are given to you. Right? Just work with what's there. Alright, so part 3, we're going to work a little bit with introductory paragraphs, and there are 3 questions there. What are the 3 things an introductory paragraph should accomplish? Type your answers in the spaces below. In the spaces provided below, list 3 types of introduction techniques discussed in the introductory paragraphs lesson. And 3, where does the thesis statement typically appear in the introductory paragraph? Underline your answer. Right? So part 3 is just those 3 questions. Part 4, we're going to start working with body paragraphs and paragraph development. We're going to be looking at how to figure out what our main point is and what our supporting ideas are. So you've got 3 groups of sentences here. 1, 2, 3. Look at each group like it's a small paragraph, right? So for instance, for group number 1, there are 3 sentences listed there with lines next to them. This has been a wonderful week. I won $100 in the state lottery. I received an A on my chemistry exam. Pretend like that's a small paragraph. Which of those 3 sentences is the main point? What would the topic sentence be? What is the main point of this little group? Put a P on that line. Because the other sentences then are probably the supporting sentences. You'll put an S on those lines. So look at each group and figure out which sentence kind of encompasses the overall point and which sentences are just the examples or the supporting ideas for that point. Put a P on the one sentence that is the point, and put an S for the other sentences that are the supporting ideas. And you'll do that for group 1, group 2, and group 3. Okay? Part 5, we're still going to be looking at paragraph development, but now we're going to look at our supporting ideas. Because remember, one of the things we learned is that a good, strong paragraph has specific supporting ideas. So for part 5 here, we've got 3 groups to work with. Group 1 here, the overall point of this paragraph is that Professor DeMarco is an excellent teacher. The supporting ideas are going to provide us examples of how Professor DeMarco is an excellent teacher. But one group of examples is very vague, does not give us specific details. The other group does give us specific details. So you need to figure out which one gives us the super specific good examples and put an S next to that group for specific. Which group gives us very vague examples? Put a V next to that group for vague, right? So you'll do that for group group 1 about Professor DeMarco. You'll do it for group 2 about Rico. And then you'll do it for group 3 about public speaking, right? So each group has 2 sets. One set offers very specific, really strong details. The other set, very vague, not so specific. So, right? Part 6, we're going to start working with topic sentences, okay? So you're going to have several paragraphs here. There's 3 paragraphs. Each paragraph is missing its topic sentence. There are 4 possible topic sentences listed for you underneath the paragraph. So your job is to decide which of those 4 options would make the best topic sentence for that paragraph, right? So paragraph number 1, it says this paragraph is about a spring-fed pool. It's missing its topic sentence, and then you have the rest of the paragraph. Then you have options A, B, C, and D underneath. Underline or highlight the option that you think makes the best topic sentence for that paragraph. You'll do that for the second and the third paragraph as well. Right? Part 7 is creating a topic sentence. So for this section, we still have paragraphs that are missing their topic sentence. But now, instead of getting to choose from different options, you have to create the topic sentence for the paragraph. So for instance, number 1, Americans relaxing at home, for example, may put on kimonos, which is a Japanese word. Americans who live in a warm climate may take an afternoon siesta at an outdoor patio without even realizing these are Spanish words. In their gardens, they may enjoy the fragrance of jasmine flowers, a word that came into English from Persia. They may even relax on a chaise longue while sipping a drink made with vodka, words of French and Russian origin, respectively. So, look at that paragraph that I just read out loud and try to create a topic sentence that lets us know what the focus of this paragraph is. And then you'll type your topic sentence there underneath. And then you'll do the same thing for the second paragraph. Give it your best shot. Okay? But remember the rules of a topic sentence. It has to be a complete sentence. It can't be a question. And it needs to be as focused as possible regarding the content of the paragraph. Part 8, we're going to start looking at coherence. Part 8 has 2 paragraphs. You're going to fill in the blanks. Paragraphs are missing some transition words, right? And you have words to choose from. So for paragraph 1, there's 3 blanks, and then there's 3 words above it. Another, finally, 1. You are going to figure out which blanks those words belong in. And then same thing for paragraph 2. Okay? Number 9, or part 9, is working with coherence still. And we're going to be looking at how to tell what order sentences should be in a paragraph. So you've got 3 paragraphs to work with. The sentences for the paragraph are just listed one right after another, and they're all out of order. You have to decide which one is the topic sentence for this paragraph. Put a 1 next to it. And then based on clues from the transition words and using a little bit of logic, what would the next sentence be? Put a 2 there, and so on and so forth. So you've got paragraph 1, paragraph 2, and then paragraph 3 is a little longer, but again, use the transition words and a little bit of logic to help you figure out the order of these sentences. And then finally, part 10 is 2 questions about concluding paragraphs. So you'll just answer those 2 questions about conclusions. I know it seems like a very big assignment, and it kind of is, because we're covering thesis statements, intros, paragraph development, and coherence all in one. But I think if you have gone through the module material, you're going to be able to get through most parts pretty quickly. You might have to spend a little more time on the parts where you have to create something, create a thesis statement, create a topic sentence, but you can still do it, okay? But know that there's 10 parts to this. None of them are particularly long, but it is a 10-part assignment. So you might want to budget your time. Maybe not complete it all at once. Totally up to you. If you have any questions, though, or run into any problems, let me know. Otherwise, good luck on it, and it is due Sunday night by 11:59.